Hello everyone and welcome to SmackDown Live's pay-per-view Backlash.
This is the pre-show.
I was gonna say that. Listen, this is SmackDown Live's first pay-per-view. Starting out with the pre-show, we've got quite possibly a squash match. This might be a minute match.
I mean, let's be honest here. Brock Lesnar got called up saying, "Hey, Brock Lesnar, you want a big match?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then they said, "It's Curt Hawkins." Brock Lesnar probably destroyed everything in his house. He probably destroyed all the furniture in his house, knowing that you, the SmackDown GM, thinks
showed up here.
The SmackDown GM thinks so little of him that he would put him in a pre-show match. Like, it's not just the fact that he's against Curt Hawkins. He's on the pre-show. You don't put Brock Lesnar on the pre-show.
I do. Okay. Some Suplex City today. But listen, that doesn't, we know the kind of wrestler Brock Lesnar is. It's not going to change our opinions of him if he gets, like, being against Curt Hawkins. We know he's good. We've seen him before.
But here's what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying about Brock Lesnar. You're going to tell me that you couldn't find anything else for Brock Lesnar. You couldn't find, him to face. Instead, you got to put all these men in the U.S. title match. You couldn't have had him face Samoa Joe. You couldn't have had him face Shinsuke Nakamura. You couldn't have had him face AJ Styles or something crazy like that. Instead, you have him, the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, face this man.
Let's talk about Curt Hawkins. He out here with Zack Ryder. He came to me and he said, "Listen, I don't think it's fair that Brock Lesnar gets to bring Paul Heyman everywhere. I get to face Brock Lesnar all by myself. I want somebody to be in my corner."
And you know what? He brought up Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is just as bad as Curt Hawkins. Zack Ryder, yes, these guys used to be the Edge heads. They were with Edge back in like 2008, 2007. They were a tag team. But you know what? Let's say for this show's sake, let's say they decide, let's start a tag team. Curt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. To me, that is worse than the B team. And the fact that Curt Hawkins brings that little stick, or tambourine, or whatever the frick it is. What is that even?
Tambourine?
First thing that came to my mind, something ridiculous. Is mayonnaise an instrument? That's the question a lot of people ask. But, here's the fact. Here we go, and Brock Lesnar is beating... Oh, wait a minute. Curt Hawkins. Brock Lesnar's like, nope. Brock Lesnar is beating the hell out of Curt Hawkins. This man, Brock Lesnar, is a former UFC champion. Curt Hawkins? Good luck, bud. And now he is smashing his face into the turnbuckle. Brock Lesnar is probably enjoying every minute of this.
Surprisingly, I thought this would have been done by now. It's still going on.
You know what? I will be honest. Brock Lesnar might make this match go on for 10 minutes just so he can beat the hell out of Curt Hawkins to get his frustration out for the fact that he's on the pre-show.
But Curt Hawkins is getting a bit of offense in here. Is he gonna...
Yeah, Curt.
I didn't expect that one. We gotta give him a little bit of credit. Just a little bit.
I'll give credit to Curt Hawkins. Congratulations, you land like 2 punches on Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar has landed like 100 on you. Curt Hawkins is just lucky that Brock Lesnar has decided, you know what, I'm going to go easy on this guy.
I don't think he has. I think he's been quite hard on Curt Hawkins. He was smashing his face into the turnbuckles, trying to snap off his head off of his neck right there. He's not going easy on Curt Hawkins. Brock Lesnar goes easy on him.
There's no way Brock Lesnar is giving 100% in this match. He's beaten the likes of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, freaking Braun Strowman. There's no way he is going 100% against Curt Hawkins. Maybe 30%. but not 100%.
Oh, maybe. He hasn't taken him to Suplex City yet. He hasn't pulled out the big guns, you know. But also, maybe Kurt Hawkins. He feels like, it seems like he takes pride in the fact that he hasn't won yet.
Well, he has a T-shirt.
He wears it on the back of his jacket.
He has a T-shirt. A T-shirt about how many... Who in their right... This is like if the Cleveland Browns... Well, actually, I take that back. They had a parade for it. But this is like if the Cleveland Browns came out the next season and put 0-16 on the back of all their jerseys and had a shirt that said 0-16, 0-16. Like, who in their right mind celebrates losing so much? I don't care who you are.
I feel like maybe he has been doubting himself. He has clung to this losing streak as his identity as a wrestler. But maybe now he's saying, you know what, enough is enough. I want to win. And the guy to win against is Brock Lesnar.
He's a loser.
That would do so
He is a loser.
much good for him.
Kurt Hawkins is a pure loser. Like,
maybe he is, but you know what? For right now, let's let him believe what he wants to believe. That maybe he has a shot to end his losing streak.
Kurt Hawkins is not going to win. Kurt Hawkins... the closest thing Kurt Hawkins has gotten to winning was probably a game of Tetris. And even that, he failed.
That was an easy kick out for Brock.
Of course it was. Like, Brock Lesnar is just playing with Kurt now.
Kurt Hawkins seems to be...
This is what you don't do if you're Kurt Hawkins. Why are you playing around? Why are you taunting Brock Lesnar? What? Does this man have a death wish?
Brock Lesnar just won because I'm not sure why.
Brock Lesnar won. How did he win?
I think I don't know if Kurt Hawkins, maybe he,
I did not.
Disqualified, maybe?
I did not see that, but Kurt Hawkins just lost his...
something?
And did he have a weapon? I didn't see
what's
that.
Going on.
I didn't see that, and
I don't
we
know.
might have to go to the highlight reel to see that and see if they show what happened there. Let's look at this highlight reel. Maybe
I don't know what happened.
I don't know if they'll show it.
Holding on to Brock's face.
I don't know if they're going to show it.
And then all of a sudden the ref.
No, it doesn't look like they're going to show the highlight reel. This looks like they're not going to show it.
Wow.
But somehow Brock Lesnar wins, which we should have expected.
I think it was a disqualification.
I think Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt did.
Kurt Hawkins better thank his lucky stars because he could have gotten his ass beat. But what is next, by the way? What is the next match going on?
The next match is Elias versus Shelton Benjamin.
Elias versus Shelton Benjamin.
I do want to add in that we are tied for predictions that we made on the podcast. We both said Brock was going to win, and we got it right. Now, let's see.
True.
You have Shelton in this match, and I have Elias. I say Elias is going to win. You say Shelton Benjamin's going to win. Let's see.
Here's my thing. And I'm being honest here when I say this. When it comes to these two guys. This match is going to be a very good match. Elias, Shelton Benjamin, the veteranship of Shelton Benjamin, bending the rules but not breaking them when it comes to Elias. This is going to be a good match. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be a good match. Mm-hmm. Let's see who comes out first. We are here in Newark, New York.
I am so confused about what happened in that Brock Lesnar. So, and you never know, in a match like this, some funny business could be going on.
Every time Elias walks into the ring with that guitar, I hope that he uses it.
Look at his,
but he never does.
The bills stashed in his guitar. I mean, you can imagine how much money he has in the actual thing.
He paid a lot for that guitar. I mean, that was an expensive guitar for Elias, but he's a rich man. Elias is getting paid. He made his album, and that was a record-selling album.
He's gone on tour.
He's done everything.
The thing is
if this man doesn't have a career in wrestling, if this man has to retire in wrestling, this guy's going to become the best country singer, rock singer, everything.
I was going to say, say, if he doesn't make it in wrestling, he's got a music career.
But the funny thing is, he's going to make it in wrestling because he's that good.
You never know. But you say he's not going to win.
And the only reason I do, and respect to Elias, the only reason I do is Shelton Benjamin has that it factor. He's got that experience. And he's a guy that's, yes, he hasn't shown his old self yet. He's kind of, is what he is. But, I believe that Shelton Benjamin, being the veteran that he is, being what he is, as experienced he is, has the advantage in this match. And to me, Elias, I'm not going to be surprised if Elias wins this match. In fact, I fully expect it to possibly happen. I'm not going to sit here and say that there's no chance that Elias wins tonight. But Shelton Benjamin, to me, he's just got that thing. He's got that factor. He's a great technical wrestler. He's a great, he's a former wrestler, like a real wrestler. And, he's got that experience of being in the WWE, winning Intercontinental titles, winning U.S. titles, tag team titles, compared to Elias.
I feel like, we're talking about egos and everything. I feel like Elias has a really big ego.
And a deserved one. I'll be honest, that's a deserved ego. The guy, all he does is do great things. And let's be honest here, this has been a great pre-show so far.
Yeah, surprisingly, Kurt Hawkins lasted way longer than I thought he was. He didn't even get taken to Suplex City.
Yes, that is true. Looking at this match, and I'm going to be honest with you, Shelton Benjamin to me is so much like he's got he joined Chad Gable, and I think that was the worst move he ever made. Because to me, Chad Gable was holding Shelton Benjamin back. I think that all he did was hold Shelton Benjamin back from doing a lot in his return, and because of that, we haven't seen, what Shelton can do one-on-one. And I think tonight, in this match, particularly, we're going to see that. It's going to be, this match has already been pretty decent. Elias is getting some of the offense in, but, Shelton Benjamin is proven. He's a proven veteran. He's got that experience, and I know I'm like a what is that word? When they say something that a broken record. I keep on talking about the experience, the veteranship, but that is what it is. You can't stop talking about it because that is the advantage.
Is that a pun you're trying to make? Broken record, Elias being a musician. There's a lot about being a musician.
That was more just that's the saying. You know what I mean?
Just saying, it works.
But the fact is, Elias, he does what he does, and he comes out here, he sings his songs, he makes fun of the cities he's in. And the funny thing is, the cities he's in, he's right most of the time. He's right about everything he says. The only place he's not right about is Canada.
Yeah.
Because Canada's great.
Yeah. Well, they have their issues sometimes. But just don't make fun of the Canadian people.
And the funny thing is, the Canadian people wouldn't care. They'd apologize for Elias making fun of them.
They'd say, sorry, Elias, for offending you. We are sorry for what we have done to offend you.
And I mean, this match, you talked about the U.S. title possibly being in contention in this match. How big of it would it be for a guy like Shelton Benjamin to get another opportunity at a singles title? Last time he competed for one was a while ago. It was like really,
it would be big
really
for
long time.
both of these guys. Like, I feel like both of them really have something to work towards today. Because if they don't perform good, that title shot might not even happen. They have to give it their best in this match. And then, when they get that title shot, who knows?
And these guys are going out in the crowd. This might not be a smart idea. Remember, there is countouts. But as we said, you look at these two guys and what they bring. Elias brings that gritty type, wrestling. He's very gritty. In hockey they use that word gritty to describe some players who are...
The ref is really counting down here. It's getting pretty tight there for the moment.
But they came back. But again, as I said, Shelton Benjamin is not to beat the same bear with it. He's experienced. And that's his advantage. And it's also the fact that the guy can go. He's actually been, he's competed against some of the best. John Cena, Shawn Michaels. He has competed against the best. He has beaten the best.
I mean, Elias can say he has gone up against John Cena.
He has, but has he beaten?
Yeah.
I mean, Shelton Benjamin hasn't beaten John Cena either, as far as I'm concerned. But the fact is, Shelton Benjamin can say he's faced all these guys. And he's probably taken a piece from all those guys and been like, you know what, this is what I know. This match, particularly, it's going to be, it's going to definitely show us what these two guys are made of. Because, we haven't seen Shelton Benjamin compete one-on-one in a serious match for ages since returning to... He hasn't since returning to WWE. Elias, we've seen him in a lot of one-on-one matches, a lot of big matches, but we haven't seen Shelton Benjamin yet in a big match since his return. He's had chances at the tag team titles with Chad Gable, but as I said, Chad Gable was just holding Shelton Benjamin back. And I still believe that I believe, I will say it, I'll take it to my grave. Shelton Benjamin was held back by Chad Gable. I don't care what anyone says. You can like Chad Gable all you... Gable was a perfect fit. And I'm kind of upset that they ended that. Of course, Kurt Angle had to ruin it. But it is what it is. Elias with the pin here. Could this be it? Yes, Elias with the win. That's a big win.
And I would like to point out that I am now 2-1. I was right about my prediction.
Well, technically I was. But
you were what?
A lot. I was controlling Elias, but whatever.
That's true.
But here's the thing about this. This is a big win for Elias.
Yeah.
Because Shelton Benjamin is a big competitor. He's a good competitor to beat. Like, he's a known name. He's well known. He might not have the credentials that a Brock Lesnar has, or a John Cena, or a Roman Reigns, might you say, because he's never won a world title. But he's done some things. And Elias, being very new to the WWE, only being in the WWE for just a little bit over a year, this is a huge win for him. This proves that he can get it done big time. And Elias deserves to celebrate.
Personally, I'm really going to be considering that title shot.
But
and maybe even one for Shelton Benjamin in the future.
This should be good. But we are here to end the pre-show. This has been a very fun pre-show. But we will be back. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Elias is not done with Shelton Benjamin.
Oh my goodness. What is he going to do?
This might not be good. Elias, you won the damn match. Just stop it.
I don't know. There might have to be punishment for this.
There has to be, because the man is hurt. He's not doing anything. He's not moving. He's defenseless. And Elias doesn't care. Elias only cares about himself. And that has been proven far and far between. That this guy does not care about anyone but himself.
Oh my goodness. There was such an impact that Shelton Benjamin was just glitching out there.
But
I don't know what to say about this. Putting
Elias,
salt into the wounds.
Yes, definitely. But that was the pre-show. We will be back.
Yes.
For Backlash.